Welcome to another episode of Maintenance Untangled, where we untangle the complexities of maintenance.
Darren, excellent. Thank you for joining me. Obviously, appreciate it. It's a very busy weekend for you guys with the race and taking the time out and speaking to me about obviously what you guys do with the race car. Do you want to introduce yourselves, what you do, and go from there?
Go on, Darren.
Up to you, mate.
Axel, how are you?
Good.
Thanks for getting us on board. This is my good mate, DC Currie.
You got to talk into the mic.
Oh, sorry. Talking in the microphone. Is it the right way, mate?
Yeah.
See, we're so professional.
Look at that. Bleeper one, done.
Bleeper one done. I got nothing.
Oh.
What do you want to know? Just racing stuff or
Just in general.
Okay, I'm Darren. This is Grant next to me. Darren and Axel, we have 111 Racing. Both have our own businesses outside of the racing world, and we go racing because we just love it. Anything you want to add to that, Axel?
That's pretty well exactly what it is.
Yeah, and what about outside racing? What do you guys sort of do?
Outside of racing, I've got a roofing and construction company as my main business. Axel's got an earth moving business. Not a very good one, actually. No, it's pretty good. But yeah, just I've got young kids, I've got older kids, I've got a lot of stuff going on business wise. So to go racing is I'm very lucky to be able to do that.
You've got a very forgiving wife.
I do. But no, I'm just self-employed, a lot going on all the time, and been lucky enough to race cars all over the world the last couple of years. And back
Been
for
to Spa?
yeah, I've been to Spa a couple of times actually. Have you been there?
I'll go there this year.
Okay.
So for those who don't know, that's Spa-Francorchamps in Belgium.
Very well said, by the way.
And it's one of the best racetracks out there. It's rated in the top 10 in any list anytime you speak to anybody. And I suppose, Darren, what's that like to race on?
Oh, I've been lucky enough. I've done 2 12 hours there last year. So the first one was actually in the IRC car that we're competing in this weekend. The second one was the Porsche 992 Cup car. Absolutely amazing. 2 very different cars to drive, but the track is just, it's gorgeous. I've been in there in torrential rain and I just kept going lap after lap in practice because it was just so cool to drive around there. And then obviously we were lucky enough to get a podium in the GTX class in the IRC car there. I think we made the podium in the Porsche 992 car as well there, actually. I think we got third for the race there. So, yeah, very, very, very cool place to go.
You got a pen? Your signature is that good at the moment. You're talking a lot about yourself. It's good to see.
Well, you're not saying anything.
No, because you're taking the whole microphone.
So, for our viewers, obviously this weekend is the Bathurst 12. What does that race mean to you guys?
It is a super cool race, to be fair. We're racing against the best guys in the world, and we're right down the other end of the field. Our budgets are no good compared to the other guys. They're spending an absolute fortune here. But the guys that come overseas and race here, you can only look up and down pit lane, and the setup is unbelievable. They're spending so much money on having everything right, not only the car, but all the corporate stuff as well. So obviously it's going worldwide publicity, and the track's just known as one of the most amazing tracks and very unforgiving. Obviously we've raced, as DC said, we've raced all over the world, but this here is one of the hardest tracks because there's no room for error here at all. So overseas there is a bit of room for error, but this is a concrete canyon, as everyone knows, and it's super fast, and it's every lap's just a thrill. And I'll guarantee you that's what these guys would be thinking when they come down the straight, and then they want to keep going around and around. It's amazing. And I think we've got some unpredictable weather coming on the weekend. Might have a bit of rain on Sunday, which is spiced it up. DC's jumping in the hot seat for the first time to start the race, so he'll love it.
Yeah, I can't wait.
You can't see, but we'll see. Hopefully it'll go all right. But he'll be nervous.
That's it. And I've driven around this circuit in the daytime, so I could only imagine firing one of those race cars around 5:30 in the morning. You've got no light except for the headlights that you have on your race car, and you've got 35 other cars around you. I could imagine it'd be pretty exhilarating come Sunday.
I reckon it's going to be pretty wild. I don't want to harp on Spa because we're talking about Bathurst now, but I was fortunate enough to drive around there in the dark. No lights, same sort of deal. Difference there is obviously a wider track and a bit more runoff and all that sort of stuff. So it's going to be a cool Sunday morning here, that's for sure.
live it up, enjoy it.
Yeah, yeah. And the history of this place, kids growing up, everybody wants to race at Bathurst. We're lucky enough, this is our third 12-hour here. We've also done some support category races here over the years. The track's just mega cool.
And what part of the sections of the track do you individually like across the top of the mountain?
Across the top of the mountain, yeah. You know you're alive. I'll be honest with you, the other parts of the track, they're just straights and it's a bit boring. You get to the top of the mountain, though, and it's pretty wild. It's pretty cool.
It all starts from that when you're turning onto the straight to go up the hill, because you know if you made a mistake there and you're not quite on the pace, you know your whole lap's not there. If you know what I mean. So it's that corner that makes the whole lap. Once you've got that one out of the way and you've got a good run up straight, it's super cool from there.
And I suppose that's why it's called Hell Corner, because you get it wrong, it's hell for the rest of the lap.
That's right. And it's a long way around, kicking yourself, going, damn it. And then, no, it's cool. But we'll have plenty of laps to run around here. And the fast boys, the fighter jet pilots, as we call them, obviously they'll be running around as quick as they can possibly go, that's for sure. There'll be some really quick times this weekend.
Yeah, and obviously the rain that we've had definitely cleared the track, so it's going to be pretty green, and as it grips up, it will definitely build up a bit of pace, so that'll be awesome.
By qualifying, I think it'll be pretty fast, the track. So.
Yeah, they're already talking about breaking the record lap set by, was it Gizzy?
Yeah, back in, was it 2013 or 12 or something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was a few years ago, but yeah, mega lap. So. I think the qualifying lap record was set in 2023 by Maro Engel.
Yes.
But the actual official race lap record was Ben Gisbergen.
What a race that was. He flew that second half of the race. He was almost untouchable.
Yeah, mate, the guy can steer.
So tell us a bit about the race car that you guys are driving this weekend.
So it's a purpose-built race car. They were based off the Mark car originally. So there was the Mark 1, which Axel and I both had. Then it went to the Mark 2. Again, we both had the Mark 2s as well. Axel actually still owns a Mark 2 car. The IRC car started out as a Mark car originally. So we were both fortunate enough to drive the Mark 1 and Mark 2. Were really cool cars. Like I said, the IRC originally started as the Mark car, and then it was rebranded as the IRC car. Pace Innovation, which are based at Yatala in Queensland. They manufacture the car. They are very good at what they do. And the cars themselves are absolutely incredible. To drive the first, second, and now the third generation, the cost to go racing if you have an incident in the IRC car is way...
half the cost of what it would be in the Mark II.
Yeah.
Mark II's all carbon fibre. This is not as much carbon fibre.
Not only the carbon, the bar work and everything, these IRC cars, they come apart in increments. So you've got the main cockpit. The front actually comes apart at the firewall and also comes apart at the front clip, and then at the rear firewall, the car, so it's in 4 increments. So if you have a shunt in the rear, chances are you can put a new rear on the thing and get back out on track within sort of an hour and a half type of thing. So with the older generation cars, as soon as the bar work stuff, you got to strip them completely. They've got to go on the jig and be rebuilt basically. So these things are a really cool car.
Nice. And what engine are they running?
So they're an LS motor. They're a Hollinger gearbox, transaxle. All good gear, all reliable gear. So
nice. So obviously the key focus of what we do on this podcast, we talk about maintenance.
Yep.
And the idea behind being able to have a chat with you guys is potentially provide a different insight into maintenance out there, because there's all sorts of different types.
Yep.
And I was sort of thinking, let's start maybe during the event. What do you do during the event on the car itself, from both a maintenance point of view to keep it running, or to be able to make sure you're running at the front of the field? And then we'll talk about what occurs after the race.
So before we get to a race, mate, the car is obviously overhauled a lot. So when we actually turn up at the track, it's brand new, it's ready to go. Generally, practice 1, we'll go out and do an out lap and an in lap. We'll double check everything, and then we'll go out and we'll do the session. Pretty well in between sessions, it's just fuel tyres. When it gets to qualifying, obviously new brakes, new brake rotors and pads. They'll change all the oils in the car and the fluid, like all the fluids, that sort of stuff. get quali out of the way, and then Saturday night before the race starts, they go through the whole car. They make sure everything's good for the start of the race. Brakes, tyres, fuel, oils, fluids, everything, the whole lot. So when we start the race, hopefully 12 hours solid and no issues.
Fingers crossed for you guys.
Everything crossed. No, these cars are very reliable. This particular car, it's its first race in Australia. It's done Dubai 24, Abu Dhabi 6 hours, it's done Mugello 12 hour and Spa 12 hour. And there was some teething press race, which we went back to Pace, who were very open to the fact that, okay, there's some issues, let's work together to make sure there's no problems going forward. And we did that, we developed that with them, and the car's rock solid now. It's been great.
No, that's awesome. And obviously after the race, do you have anything to add? Max?
No, you sound all. You're doing well.
Normally you're the talker.
No, but you're taking over. You're doing well.
And obviously after the race it's done, you obviously go back through it, goes back into the workshop, you strip it down.
It's a very, very big job.
Yeah.
Once it gets back to the workshop, not just the mechanical side, but even the bodywork, like
And the rubber build up.
there's
It's
the
crazy amount of rubber build up. You'll have bits of rubber that size that'll be built up inside the car in certain areas. You get chunks of rubber come out. It's crazy.
But the car will have to be rewrapped, engine out, gearbox out, clutch, everything, uprights, the whole lot. Like there's probably realistically leading up to the event, there's a week worth of maintenance with the mechanics in the workshop, putting everything together and making sure it's solid. And then there's a week to 2 weeks after the event to clean it all up and go again.
And how many mechanics does that take to maintain the race car, even between events or even events?
Well, at an event this weekend, I think we've got 9 mechanics. We have a team manager and 3 drivers. In the workshop, we don't have everyone there, obviously. We've only got 2 guys there that prepare the car and get the car ready. But they go hell for leather, like they're sun up to sundown, and they do a mega job. So. And we couldn't go racing without everything that these guys do. They're incredible.
He's hopeless on any spanner's tools. He's absolutely diabolically bad.
And I don't intend on getting any better at it either.
It's prima donna, like he gets hands dirty.
But it's a testament to the team. Like for one, we couldn't do it without Simon Chapman, our main mechanic, crew chief as such. Mechanically, he's all over everything, and he will not let that car leave the garage unless everything's 1,000%. And then on the other side of it, we have Bugs, our team manager, who does an incredible job behind the scenes because there's so much paperwork and politics leading up to the event and at the event. Without those 2 key members, we couldn't do it.
I'm not going to mention Stevie, mate.
Stevie's gorgeous as usual. He's solid.
He's solid. Yeah. Ball kick.
But Steve and Fatty, they've been with us for a while. Stewie, the truck driver, like it's a big team effort.
And actually, we're not a big team at all in pit lane. We're probably the smallest team here in pit lane this weekend. But the guys, as Sue just talked about, they've done racing all overseas all the time. They've done that many 24-hour races, 12-hour races. So this is nothing to them. It's pretty straightforward. So we've got a really good group of people around us, and DC and I really basically just supply what we can in workshops, transporters, and all the gear, and ourselves to turn up and drive the car. We've got the easy part, to be fair.
Yeah, we do.
Nice. That's pretty well all I had in terms of questions. Is there anything you guys want to kind of add as a closing?
Yeah, probably. I'd just like to give a bit more of a plug to the IRC car. Obviously, we've been fortunate enough to drive pretty cool cars, from Porsche to Aston Martin to Mercedes GT3 cars. And the IRC cars, we actually own a Mercedes GT3 car, Axel and myself. We looked at doing this event in that particular car, and the cost compared to the IRC is astronomical. Like, from a cost point of view, I think we're looking at 150,000 to go and do the 12-hour here in the IRC, compared to minimum sort of 350,000 to do it in the Mercedes. So it's a massive credit to Pace, who build the car, and IRC, which is Innovation Race Cars, as the seller. Locally manufactured, engineered the whole lot. Just awesome bit of kit to drive. So full credit to them.
And Danny Stutton is on board with us this weekend driving too, so he's the actual owner of
Yeah, so Danny owns IRC, and he's our third driver this weekend. He's very good guy, very good driver, a lot of experience, and just all around good guy. So
Awesome. Well,
yeah.
Thanks for taking the time out.
Mate, thank you.
Pleasure.
It's been a pleasure.
I didn't
Been good.
talk much. You did a water talk. It's unusual for you.
Yeah, well, I saw the way you started stuttering at the start of the interview, so I thought I'd better take over.
Smooth operators.
No, that's good. Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you.
Appreciate your time. No worries.
Good luck for the weekend. Hopefully, at least a class win. And
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we're aiming for, and just keep it on. Well, this event too for us is, I guess, a lot more about three mates going racing together and just having a good time. Don't get us wrong. We want to win. We want to win our class, and we want to be as far up the order as we can at the end of the weekend. We're not silly. We're in an invitational car. We can't compete with the GT3 cars in this particular car. But yeah, it's going to be a good weekend. So.